Prohibited food we had to start today. We did this yesterday. So just want to know everyone is clear about these things now. Yesterday I did not mention that Mudra Mash Chanakadi. That line, Mudra is your moong or the green gram. Mash is your urad. Okay. Chan is your chana. Shubhra cha tushvarjitam. And other things we mentioned that patol is parval, suran is yam, man is manakando, the vegetables grown below. Kakolakam is your kakoda or the bitter gourd, the smaller bitter gourds. The shukam. I had shared one chart yesterday with you all. Okay, so go through that and translate it to your comfortable language. I hope I'm clear. Shukam is your Karela. Kakolakam is your the smaller bitter gourds, not the actual bitter gourd. Then Dradika is not mentioned. Karkati is Kakadi. Karkati is your Kakadi. Rambha is your Rambha is your banana. Okay. Udambari is gular. Udambari, this dumbari, which I didn't know yesterday, that is your gular. Kantakatakam is your cholai. Amarambha and everything of the this is ripe banana, raw banana, stem of banana, and the root of banana. That should be consumed. Vartaki is brinjal. Mulkam is mooli or the radish. This is Rishi Yogi is the underground, the root vegetables which are available for all the months.
Ma'am,
Now, how to
Dradika,
go?
nar or pomegranate.
Okay, okay. Dradika, yes, you are correct. Dradika is pomegranate, everyone. How to remove this pen now? I'm not able to go down. Oh,
Exit annotation.
okay. So bal shakam, that is your leafy vegetables, which are baby leaves. Kala shakam, that is a seasonal green leafy vegetable. Patol patra is parval's leaf. Panch shakam, as we mentioned yesterday, Jivanti Bathwa Chalai, Meghnad Punarnava. Himalachikam is hurhur leaves. But then again, it is said Sumadhur, Shuddha, it should be pure, sweet, well lubricated, Madhur, Ardha Vivarjitam. A half should be filled and half should be kept empty. Then should be offered to Lord. Bhujitam Shur Pratyay Mitaharam Madhum Vidu. Okay. So that is said that your 1/4 should be for filled with water and 1/4 to circulate the air. So I told you that this is the difference you all should remember very clearly. Prohibited food will start today. That is Katu Amla Lavana Tikta Brashta Cha Dadhi Takrakam शाकोत्कट तथा मध्य ताल च पणस तथा कुल्थम मसुरम पांड कुष्ठ मांड शाक दड़कम तुम्बी कोल पिटकम च कंठ बिलवम पलाशकम. Okay, till here only. Let's see and describe it further. In Hatha Yoga Pradipika, there is also a sequence given for the Patya Ahar. Please memorize it as I told you guys yesterday that that should be remembered very clearly. That is also Katu Amla Tikshna Lavana Ushna Harit Shakam. Okay. So there the sequence is different. Katu, Amla, Tikta, Lavan, Ushna, Harit, Shakam. Here they are saying Katu, Amla, Lavan, Tikta. So they will give both the sequence and then you have to identify that which one is of Hatio Pudipika or the Gherand Sahita. Only this first line is very important because sequence is a bit different there. Katu, Amla, then the Tikshna comes, and then the Lavan comes. Only these two words are reversed. So if it comes that way, you should know the sequence is different in Hatyo Pratipika. So only memorize the Hatyo Pratipika one, and automatically you will know that this is different and it is from your Ghiran Sahita. Okay, so Katu is your bitter, Amla is your sour, Lavan is salty, Tikt is bitter. Okay. So what Molly is saying, that is right. That remember that way. It's not thick means spicy. Uh, uh, thick is remember that way. And once you remember it, there won't be any confusion regarding it. Let's read it now. When commencing yogic practice, one should avoid bitter, sour, acidic, salty, astringent food, fried foods. Okay, fried foods that shark utkat is your the veggies which has very high fiber in that should be avoided. The shark which has utkat has very high fiber. Nowadays it is said that eat more fiber, है ना? So this is given by the text and you have to just mention the text. Mad तालम मतलब तिल वाला पणस is your jackfruit. Kulthi is one type of dal. Masoor is the green sorry red 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 dal na masoor dal. Pand Pushmand Shak Dadam. Pandu is your onion. Kushmad is kumhada. Shak is dand. Dand matlab stem. Tumbi is bitter god. Tumbi is your bitter god. Kol is your bear, bear, the big one. Why it is avoided? Because sometimes fruit fly lays eggs inside them. So it was said. So not everything to be followed today. Today we know what it's like with the science, what things are good, which has more fiber, eat more protein, reduce a bit of carbs, and the most calorie generated food should be avoided. So that way the practice is you should advise people. This is for your reference what is written in the Grantha. Then Kapitha. तुम्बी कोल कपित्थ कपित is ketha कंटबिल्बम is कच्चा बेल is जो creeper which is not very ripe ones palash कंटबिल्कम palashikam कंदकम जम्बीरी बिंबकम लचुकम लहसुन is garlic kamrad pialam hing is and Shalmali and Kembukam. Not all the words even I have remembered. I can't remember all these names because there are too many. And the question till now have asked like which are common in both the grantha or very particular ones which are different like hing, है ना? So उधर भी अपत्य है इधर भी अपत्य है. You just make a chart. First follow the Hatya Pradipika and then identify the differences between the two. And the last portion I would say is not very important. From Shakadanda, Tumbi, Kolakam, Kapitakanta, all these now these are long chart. Just read it once or twice for your reference so that you are aware that such things are mentioned as a pathya in Gherand Sahita. Now the important few things will come. Yoga Rambe Vajrech Pathi Sri Vahini Sevanam. Okay. So when you start yoga abhyas, these things are to be restricted. Path means long travels uh, being with the woman, and very spicy things, or to be staying near the Vahini, that is Agni, because that will generate heat in your. So these three things. So what three things are said to be to should not is a hurdle in the yoga abhyas, so question may come some, and the Sanskrit word will be given, not the uh, like journey, woman, these will not be given. They may write but Sri Vahini. So you need to remember the Sanskrit word for these three, mark it important. Then the here comes the main difference. There we saw that Navneet, here also even Gherand Samhita, we use Navneet for the margin of the Kriya, Jiva Donam. And but here they are, he's saying that don't consume these. है ना? नवनीत धृत शीर शर्करा देक्षुआ गुड़ कम, ये सब नहीं खाना है इट सीम्स, है ना? मक्खन धृत दूध मिल्क गुड़ jaggery, shakkar, which is like raw version of the jaggery, finer version. Then dal, amla. Amla is so good for the hair and vitamin C, but it is varjitam here. Then five type of pakarambha, five type of banana, your coconut, which is so good for dadi like anar, which is enriched with your iron, Sauf, which we eat post your meal to keep the as a mouth freshener. It's elaichi, cardamom, long, jaifal. These are our spices are prohibited here. Then jamun is so good for the diabetic people.
Ma'am, one
Jambul.
doubt. If dadimum is prohibited, then we have in Pathya food just before the verse that dradira. Are this the same?
Yeah, very good question, Molly. That is written as Dradhika. I don't know what is Dradhika, but this Dadim, Dadim is the Sanskrit word for anar. That is, I'm very sure. I thought
Yes,
this is
I'm
similar
also sure.
to, because Dradhika, I don't know. That's why I did not commit. Hello, I'm clear. Can you hear me?
It is
Yes, yes.
draksha, है ना? The
Okay.
draksha is also called elaichi.
Black
वो
grape.
किशमिश.
Draksha is black grape.
हाँ,
Black
yes,
grape.
yes, yes.
सीड होता है ना
Okay.
ब्लैक कलर में.
So
ओके द्राक्षा
द्राक्ष तो उसमें
अवेलेबल.
द्राक्ष तो उसमें दिया था ना, कहाँ पे जहाँ खेचड़ी में रस निकलते हैं, 12 टाइप ऑफ, दैट इज द्राक्ष पीयूषम.
Hmm.
उसके पहले जो
Yes,
आया
yes.
था दैट इज द्राड़िका. दैट वाज अ डिफरेंट वर्ड, आई डिडंट नो, सो आई कांट कमिट. मे बी आई विल चेक thoroughly and then I'll get back to you. This dadim is your pomegranate. Shivasavam, Draksham, as you said, the black one, black raisin, which is dried. Uh, two lovely Dhatri Ras Amla Vivarjatam. Two Amli lovely Dhatri. Okay. Drashvino Basi and very cold. इलायची तिल वग्रम च पौष, ये सब तो हमने पढ़ लिया. हरी तकी त खजूर रोज योची. ये अम्ल रस ये सब हम पढ़ चुके हैं. वी हैव ऑलरेडी रेड दैट दीज आर वर्जितम. लवली मुझे नहीं पता चल रहा है. मे बी इट इज खट्टा, द फर्मेंटेड फूड दे आर सेइंग हियर. हर्तिकी च खजूर योजी भक्षणम आचरे. ओके. इनका खजूर यू शुड ईट. मे बी खजूर नहीं खाना है, सॉरी. इलायची, कार्डिमम, लौंग, जायफल, jamun, jambul, harad, and khajur, not to be eaten. It's all varjitam because we are already reading apatya food only. Till here, and then अभी तक जो था ना उसमें you need to revise it one or twice. Just remember the name. Now the important thing comes, which we spoke in beginning of the class, that there the difference. There it is written Pushta Sumadhur Susnigdha Dhatu Praposhanam. Mano Abhilashitam Yogyam Yogi Bhojanamachit. That is shloka written in Hatyo Pradipika. Here they are saying Laghu Pakam Priyam Susnigdha Dhatu Proportionam. Dhatu Proportionam is all your seven dhatu will be nourished properly. Susnigdha is lubricated. Now there they say Gavyam, that word is different, and the other word is Sumadhur. So here they have taken Laghu Pakam, the things which are quick cooked very quickly, like spinach or your any fresh vegetable like lauki. Also, if you put very first day when you buy, it will be cooked very quickly. But later on, when it becomes stale, one or two, it takes time. So the concept is saying with the food which are cooked quickly should be easily digested even in your tummy, like um, any gram or rajma, if you say, it is soaked overnight, cooked in like 7, 8 whistles. Even then, it is sometimes like it takes time to cook. So those type of food which are taking so much time to even cook, even in cooking, will take longer time in your respiratory, sorry, digestive system to be digested well. So the whole point is said that if you eat raw fruits or vegetables which are cooked very quickly, it is lighter on your digestion. It will not pressurize on your digestive system. It is said, and Priyam, which is one's liking. So these two difference you mark it and you should remember it. Then other things are same that yogyam yogi bhojanam acharit. मन को अच्छा लगने वाला and nourishing the seven dhatus of the body, raktaras, mas, med, asti, majja, shukra, all those. Then कठिनम दुरितम पुति मुष्ण पुरुषुत तथा, है ना? तो पुरुषित मतलब झूठा, पुति मुषणम उष्णम, उष्णम मतलब अति बहुत ज्यादा गर्म, दूरितम, यहाँ पे वो सब आएगा कि बासी, द ओल्डर फूड मतलब 1, 2 दिन से रखा हुआ खाना, मतलब यू कुक्ड इट एंड हैविंग इट 2, 3 days later, fermented food, very cold food, very spicy food, very hot food, all those kind of food should be avoided. Paryushit is jhuta or the which is tasted by someone else and then we are having. Ati Shitam, Ati Ushnam, Bhakshyam Yogi, Vivarjayat. All these are to be prohibited by a practitioner. Pratha Snan, this also you please underline. Pratha Snan, Upavas, Karye Klesha Vidhi Tatha. So it is said that if you take bath very early in the morning and if you do the fasting, because these are um, affecting your capability or the stamina to practice regularly on time. As a yogi, you don't, they are not following the bhakti mark that fasting is dedicated to the God. We are doing yoga abhyas and Hatha Yoga is the staircase of the Raj Yoga. The ultimate is samadhi we have to attain. So they are saying that when you are starting your practice, avoid all the hurdles. Like they said, long journey, woman, fire related, like havan वगैरह करोगे, so if you sit near the fire for so long, so all those things are good things, but you should avoid when you start practice. Here also, they are saying it's not bad to fast or pratasnan, but when you are starting your yoga abhyas, these becomes hurdle. If you take with a cold bath when it was not available, the hot water was not available in the older days. So if you take bath at 4 o'clock with very cold water in Delhi, like winter, obviously you'll become sick. So we are avoiding all those hurdles in our path. So that's why it is said. Otherwise, in today's reference, you will not find the significance much. So these are important things still here. Let's go further. एक आहारम निराहारम यामन्ते च न कार्येत एवं विधि विधाने प्राणायाम समाचरेत. They are saying how many times you need to consume food? 2 times, okay? निराकारे यामन्ते, एक बार सुबह और यामन्ते, twice you need to दोपहर और शाम को, 2 times in the evening and in the afternoon. These 2 times you should have your food, evam vidhi vidhan, and pura with the sequence and with the proper procedure, you should follow your pranayam. Arambe prathame kuryat क्षीराज्य नित्य भोजनम मध्या है च सा, यहाँ पे आएगा ना ये तो, मध्य मतलब आफ्टरनून एंड चे सा मतलब इन द इवनिंग यू शुड हैव योर फूड. एकाहारम निराहारम यामन्ते च न कार्ये. Okay, let me read the English translation. It will be much more clearer. Prior to commencing pranayam, one should have milk and ghee and daily eat 2 meals a day. Having only one meal a day. Okay, that is the line. Having one meal a day, not eating at all or eating between the meals should be discontinued. Yeah. एकांत एक आहार मीन्स वन आहार, निराहार मतलब नो आहार, और यामांते या बीच बीच में आहार, है ना. एक आहारम ओनली ईटिंग वंस, निराहारम मीन्स नॉट ईटिंग एट ऑल, यामांते च न कार्येत और ईटिंग वेरी फ्रिक्वेंटली इन बिटवीन शुड बी अवॉइडेड. एवं विधि विधानेन प्राणायाम समाचरित. आरंभे प्रथमे कुर्या क्षीर राज्य नित्य भोजन मतलब मिल्क, क्षीर इज मिल्क, तो मिल्क आप ले सकते हो. दे आर सेइंग one should have milk and ghee daily. So now Gherand Rishi is saying have milk and ghee daily, but Ghrut is mentioned in your apathe bhojan. But before the starting practicing, you can consume ghee. Maybe it is written in the 17th century, so they realized that it is not the unsaturated fat way, but maybe consuming too much is not so healthy. So before the practice, you can consume. Later on, it is apathya. Am I clear till here? You can share your opinion or you can ask question. Otherwise, we'll go further.
Ma'am, just an thing that I noticed, ma'am, वो dates and that line वो भक्षणम वो सभित वो in the apathy just after the line where the snusnik the line, there might be this thing dates might be taken. It's feel like dates.
I will say these all are prohibited foods. So the under the bracket only they are writing. So everything is apathya. Okay. No confusion here. Everything is apathya. And then he mentions from Laghu Pakam that
भोजनमाचरेत् ना वो that line.
भक्षणम
भक्षण
आचरित मीन्स इनका भक्षण नहीं
भक्षणमाचरेत्.
करना है.
हाँ.
इवन जो इवन जो सर ने भी ट्रांसलेशंस लिखा है ना, देयर आल्सो सर हैज रिटन दैट इट शुड नॉट बी ईटन. खजूर
Salad.
वर्जित. ओके.
Ma'am, what is written in the English translation of this book by BYS?
ओके, लेट्स गो डाउन. A beginner should avoid excess traveling, the company of women, milk, jaggery, sugar, dal, amalika, pomegranate, grape, ripe banana, etc. should not be used. Cardamom, clove, nutmeg, stimulants, har- haritaki, and dates can be taken.
Can be taken. That's why I'm just
Okay.
out because
Uh,
bhakshana
let
macharit means can be taken.
let me see the Hindi one also. Wait for 1 minute. Let me confirm it here only. In Hindi book, it is written इलायची लौंग जायफल उत्तेजनात्मक पदार्थ जामुन जाम्बुल हरण और खजूर का सेवन न करें. सो आई विल गो विद मौली दैट भक्ष्यम योगी च खजूरम योगी भक्ष्यम आचरेत. By looking at the shlok, they say that it can be taken. Yes, but in Hindi translation, they have mentioned that it should not be taken. We'll get back to this shlok tomorrow by reading Kevalya Dham book also. We'll take that into reference. But by the shlok, it is clear that we can consume yogi bhakshanam achare. By the shlok, it is said that it is a yogi can consume it, but it is written under the Nishad Ahar. So there is a confusion in this one.
Ma'am, in Nishidahar, that whole para, everything is written up to slok number 31. But Laghu, Pakang, Priyang, Snigdhang, Tatha, Dhatu Poshanam is also like good thing na, that we should do.
Good things.
Maybe they have,
20,
yeah, something is there
28
in devotional.
onwards. Yes, 28 onwards, I think everything to be followed. 28,
Yes,
29,
yes.
30, 31.
I
So
also feel
I
the
will,
same.
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
so tomorrow we will clarify it further because very good thing, Molly, that you pointed out. There is a difference between both the text and the description, and it is clearly said that it can be taken. I take my words back here. Chalo, let's go to Nadi Shuddhi now. Okay. कुशासने मृगाजिने व्याघ्रजिने च कम्बले स्थूलासने समासीन प्राणमुखो वाप्य दंडमुख नाड़ी शुद्धि समासादे प्राणायाम समभ्य state. Okay. So when you read Bhagavad Gita, if anyone has read Bhagavad Gita, what the shloka says there, there it is written,
Kusha
Shucho
grass,
this.
ma'am. Sitting in the kusha
Yes.
grass.
Not only Krusha, the whole shloka I'm mentioning here, pay attention to it. Shucho they say Pratisthai Pya Sarmasane Samatman Na Ati Uch Na Nicha Chela Jin Kushottaram. Okay. Chela Jin Kushottaram. Three things there also they mention that in a purified land, which is not very high or low, you need to arrange Kush, Mrag, and Vastra. This question has come in exam that according to Bhagavad Gita, what things in a sequence. There they say Kramasha. There they say that you need to arrange them in sequence. First, you need to use Kush. Then underneath Mrig is your skin of the deer, and last में you need to arrange a नहीं सबसे नीचे होगा Kush is a type of grass. Okay, so grass should be kept below. Over that, it is mrig skin, and top of that, a kambal or a vastra. So there they say that you need to arrange these three in sequence. Here they are saying or. Kushasane, Mragajine, Vyaghajine, Kambale, and they are adding Vyagrajine. So this question has also come that according to Gherand Samhita, which all things should be used. And इनको sequence में लगाना था. They had given things and then you have to put first Kush, Mrag, Vyagra, Kambal. So how can you remember the sequence? The sir had given the trick that the grass is eaten by the deer and deer is eaten by the tiger. Okay, so these three you sequence the your ecological your this thing you can remember that grass is eaten by deer and deer is eaten by Vyagra. Vyagra is tiger and Kambal you remember separately. So these things should be used. Samasin means straight hoke. One on a seat of kush grass, deer skin, tiger skin, or a blanket. Facing east and north, pranayama should be practiced after purifying the nadis. Nadi shuddhi karke. So, anyone please open your mic and tell me the sequence before the pranayama, what all things should be done. In a sequence, I'm asking.
Sthan,
Yes,
Kal, Mitahar, Nari Shuddhi.
very nice. And then pranayama. So, this sequence, everyone should remember it clearly. Then after doing Nadi Siddhi, Samasadha Pranayam, you need to pranayam practice, you need to start after purifying your nadis. So, Chandakapali Ruvacha. Chandakapali started asking, नाड़ी शुद्धि कथम कुर्या हम नाड़ी शुद्धि कैसे करें हाउ टू डू नाड़ी शुद्धि कीदृशी तत् सर्वश्रोतु विच्छामि I am very inquisitive to listen तदस्तु दयानिधे please show your kindness and tell me now, while listening these words, Gherand Uvacha, Maharshi Gherand says, Malakulashu Nadishu Marutu Neva Gachati Pranayam Katha Siddha Tatvanyan Katha Bhavet means if your nadis are impure and filled with mala, then how the pranayam will become siddha and how you will receive tatvanyan. The whole purpose that Chandra Kapali went to the Maharshi Gherand to know the tatvanyan will go waste if your nadis are impure and full of mala. So, tasma nadi shuddhi madho pranayam tato abhaset. Okay. So, for that reason, we need to do the pranayam abhyas. Nadi shuddhi vidha prokta sumano nirmanostatha now they are explaining how to do the Nadi Shuddhi. And mark it important that it is of two types. First is Sumanu and other one is Nirmanu. Wherever you will read Na word, Nirmanu, Nirgarbha, remember that it is without the mantra. Okay? I'm making it very clear so that you don't get confused in the exam that what is Sumanu, Nirmaru. Wherever you read Na word or the N word, N for Nirmanu, N for Nigarbh is without the mantra. Sumanu and Sugarb with the mantra practice you will do. So here Nadi Shuddhi is of two type that is Sumanu and Nirmanu. Sumanu is with the mantra, Nirmanu is without the mantra. So Nirmanu we have already seen, which is through the Shatakarma we have done our purification of the Nadis. Okay. Bijain sur marnu Korea nirmanu dhoti karmana. Nirmanu is achieved by the your all the shatkarma practice and Bijain sur manu and sumanu happens with the bija mantra. Dhoti karma pura proshta shat karma sadhane yatha shrunu swasur manu chanda nadi shuddhi yatha bhave. Now Chanda Kapali, you listen how to do the sumanu क्रिया सुमनो नाड़ी शुद्धि उपविश्वासने yogi padmasan samacharet now he's saying thus first attain for the nadi shuddhi underline this line that a nadi shuddhi should be done in padmasan which one right now the just mark it padmasan now anyone which asan to be used for nadi shuddhi in hatha pradipika.
Baddha Padmasana.
Baddha Padmasan.
Very nice. Okay, so remember in Gherand Samhita, you need to do the Nadi Shuddhi in Padmasan. There it is Baddha Padmasan. Now, anyone knows what is Nyas? Gurvadi Nyas. What is Nyas?
Putting oil in nostrils.
No. Nyas is a न्यास इज evolved practice from the tantra yoga. वैसे तो देखा जाए तो हठ योग itself is arised from tantra yoga, but this particularly nyas is practice which is also used in yoga nidra. When you read the yoga nidra by Bihar School of Yoga, there it is said that we do the dhyan and we move our consciousness from body parts and we place the mantras and feel them in particular organs. So feeling those mantra in a particular portion is your nyas. Okay, है ना उन उनको उनको बंद करना उन्हें स्पर्श करवाना उन मंत्रों के साथ में उसे स्पर्श करवाना यूजिंग दोज मंत्रास एंड प्लेसिंग इट इन पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गन्स एंड पार्ट्स इज योर न्यास सो in like 2020, I think this word also was included in the sequence Than, Kal, Mitahar, and Nyas. So before Nadi Shuddhi, you will place Nyas over there. And there it was Tatunyan also had given. I will show you just a minute. Now I had taken screenshot. So this question had come that according to Gherand Samhita, arrange these things in. Sequence. Asan, pranayam, tattvagyan, nyas, nadi shuddhi. Please arrange it for me now.
First is asan,
Yes.
then is
Nyas,
Nyas.
nadi
Nari
shuddhi,
Shuddhi,
then is
Pranayam,
nyas, then
Tattvagyan.
is nadi shuddhi, pranayam, tattva.
Very nice. So see, this word is not explained properly, but it has come in exam. It's a previous year PYQ only. So that's why you should remember each and specific word that where to fit these things. This question also had come according to Bhagavad Gita, the order of material used in the sitting arrangement for the meditation is. Tell me which one is the answer.
4. Kushagra's leather and cloth.
Kushagras, leather and cloth.
Very nice. Okay, so that is way you remember things in all the granthas when you do the comparative study. So we were here. Gurvadi Nyas Kuriyadathev. So everyone is clear now what is Nyas. When you do the Yoga Nidra, you move your consciousness from like in toe, then your shin bone, then knees. You move in different parts, and you feel that vibration in your different parts. So here, along with the mantra, those mantras to be felt in those particular parts. So that is Nyas. It's a tantric practice, I say again. And whenever you have time, please you read Yoga Nidra by Bihar School of Yoga. There many type of that hormones secreted during and the delta waves, which type of waves are generated. These questions will read further, but those things have been asked in net exams, है ना? Which hormones are released or which waves activates during yoga nidra. So yoga nidra itself is an important practice. Now, where were we? And this is told by the Guru Bhashitam. According to the Guru, we need to practice this. Nadi Shuddhi Prakuvritta Pranayam Vishuddhe Vayu Bijam Tato Dhyave Dhurma Varna Satejasam. Okay, so here we are starting this practice. It is slightly difficult. And so first remember that it is similar practice like we do the your Anulom and Vilam. Anulom and Vilom. So here first we are like doing Purak, Fir Kumbhak and the Rejak. So first anyone will tell me what is the Bija mantra of Vayu?
It's yum.
Yam. So that yam only, that yam we need to remember. Vayu Bijam Tato Dhyava Dhumravan. We read in Vayu Dharna. The color was which one?
Smoky.
Smoky black.
Anjan and Dhumro. Please remember the Sanskrit word also. Anjan and Dhumro. So here the same word we have to concentrate upon. Satejasam. ओके सो यम का पहले ध्यान करना है चंद्र चंद्र नाड़ी इज योर इडा इडा से पूरक करना है यू नीड टू इनहेल थ्रू योर लेफ्ट नॉस्ट्रल दैट इज चंद्र पूरक करना है वायु बीजम षोडशके सुधी कितनी देर 16 मात्रा your one matra is when you sit and tap once. That is your one matra. And if you count in seconds, so 1 second. So how they used to count tap one, two, so that tapping becomes one. So 16 matra you need to do the purak. Now I need to exit from here. Chandren purik davayu bij shod shake sudhi Chatu Shashtya. Shashtya is 60. Chatu is 4. So 64 matra you need to do the Kumbhaka. Okay. So first from the Chandran Nadi we inhaled till 16 matra. We held the Kumbhak for 64 matra and Dvatrinsha 32 matra we'll do the Rechan from the Surya Nadi or the right nostril. That becomes your one round. Am I clear? Okay, so this becomes your one round. Nabhi Moola Vahini. And now first we did the yam. नाभि में नाभिका is your Manipur is rum. Okay, so here we are using rum. Nabhi mula vahini muthapai dhato yetaji yutam vahini bij mantra. Now vahini ka bij mantra is rum. So now, like Anulom Vilom, will inhale from the Surya Nadi, that is your right nostril, 16 matra. Then 64 पे कुंभक करना है एंड रेचन करेंगे अभी आपके चंद्र नाड़ी से नासाग्रे शशि इज योर चंद्र नाड़ी वहां पे आप से आपको रेचन कर देना है ठीक है सो दैट बिकम्स 2 राउंड दैट फर्स्ट वी डिड द यम 16 matra held for 64 and Rachan with your Surya Nadi with 32, 16, 64 and 32. So 1:4:2 ratio is followed here. When we simplify, 1:4:2 ratios is we are following. In the second round, we are inhaling from Surya Nadi 16, 64, we are holding it and releasing 32 from the Chandra Nadi. That becomes your 2 round and ध्यान करना है रम का मणिपुर चक्र का. Now on your nose, after doing these 2 rounds, you nasagre means tip of the nose. You need to ध्यान करना है, concentrate करना है on शशि. सोम सोम से निकलने वाली ज्योति का ध्यान करना है here. After doing this dhyan on the moon and the jyoti, now you do the thumb bija. Thumb bija, इड़ा से वापस हम इड़ा की तरफ आ गए ओके इधर से पूरा रेचन करके इड़ा की तरफ आ गए नाउ टेक द इड़ा से पूरक करना है 16 मात्रा ठम का नाउ यू inhale from your ida that is left nostril do the purak till 16 matra and which mantra to be used thumb making it very clear thumb in Hindi book it is written hum that is wrong mark it important it's thumb in both the text and the mantra it is thumb so no hum here we are using thumb for the inhaling portion purak from the right nostril 64 matra we need to dhyan on we need to do the dhyan on vam कुंभक के टाइम में नीड टू कॉन्सेंट्रेट ऑन वम एंड वाइल डूइंग द रेचन अमृतम प्लावितम ध्यानम नाड़ी धोती विभादेत थम के बाद क्या करना है बीजुम धारियेत फिर रेचन कहाँ करना है रेचन कहाँ तो जस्ट अ मिनट रेचन के टाइम क्या करेंगे
Lakara, lakara.
ओके
Lum.
लम वेर इट इज
Exhale.
मेंशनड
Exhale. Lum is exhale.
Pratikena lakarena, lakarena.
चतुष्टया मात्रा व बीज नेव धारयेत अमृतम प्लावितम ध्यात्वा नाड़ी धोती विवादेत हाँ 32 द्वात्रिशेन लकारेण दृढ़ भाव्य विचरेत सो नाउ आई
Exhale.
रिपीट द होल practice yes lum say you need to exhale so let me revise one more time first round we have to do the dhyan of yam that is vayu okay so 16 matra inhale hold 64 and do the ration 32 we started with your ida and reached to the pingla that is your right nostril now surya nadi se inhale karna hai 16 hold 64 release 32 by doing dhyan on ram now we have come to the your ida again and do the dhyan of shashi here on the nose tip after doing this dhyan, now ida say you do the purak with the dhyan, concentration on thumb mantra and inhale the air till 16 matra. Then hold the air for 64 matra and do the dhyan on vam mantra. Now do the rechan with lakara 32 matra. This is your sumano practice of Nadi Shuddhi. Here we complete this practice. Any confusion? You please open your mic because I'm unable to see the screen. My I don't have electricity, so if when you share the screen, you can't see. So if you need to ask something, I cannot see the messages. I can only hear.
Can you repeat once again?
Okay. Right, left. You inhale with left 16 matra, hold for 64, Rachan with 32. With the dhyan on Vam, that is your Yam, that is your Bij mantra of Vayu, that is round one. Am I clear?
Yes.
Okay. In second one, we reached here, use 16 matra, 64, 32 with Ram. Concentration on Ram and repeating, chanting this mantra, Ram. That is the Bij mantra of, बताओ, मौली तुम्ही बताओ,
अग्नि का
Manipur
है,
Chakra.
मणिपुर चक्र
Yes,
का है।
Manipur Chakra. We reached till here. In the third round, just hold on left side on your nose tip. Just concentrate on Som, Jyoti of Som. Som is your moon. Concentrate on the moon. Okay. After doing this dhyan on a moon Jyoti, you inhale from left for 16 matra by repeating the mantra thum. Now 64, hold and do the dhyan on Vam. Repeat the mantra Vam, 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 Vam 64 times. Okay? And do the kumbhak simultaneously. So mantra obviously हम बोल नहीं पाएंगे क्योंकि कुंभक है. We are doing the kumbhaka, retaining our breath. So it is mental. And as such, it is said that there are four types of your uh, how to do the mokik, Vyakhari, Vopanshu, Likhit, right? So these are the practices. So Mansik is the best one to be said to repeat the mantra. Mansik is like repeating only in the mind as the best practice. Vyakhari is like Ram, 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 Vam, Vam, Vam. When I say loudly, it is Vyakhari. When I do only mumbling of my lips, but it's not visible. Only mumbling, that is your Upanshu. Mansik is totally mental practice, so that is a very advanced practice, and that's what we are doing here. So while doing the Rechan 32, you will repeat the lum, 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 and I told you how to count. They used to count like tapping on your thighs. While practicing, we do the Nasika Mudra from one and tap on the left, or use whichever your not so dominant hand. With that, they used to, or by the second also nowadays, you can count. So I hope I'm clear about the Sumanu Nadi Shuddhi Kriya.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. What is the time?
12:05.
Okay, so should we go ahead or keep it till here?
We can
आज
little bit.
देखते हैं आगे वाला क्या है. This was Sumanu practice. Ab Nirmanu to we have already done. By Shatkarma, what we did was your Nirmanu practice. Evam vidha nadi shuddhi kritva nadi vivo vishodhyet dro bhutva asanam kritva pranayam samacharet. Saitam surya vedya ujjay shitli tatha bhastrika brahmari murcha kevali ashtakumbhaka. So please tell me the sequence of Hatha Yoga Pradipika here. Pranayam by Hatha Yoga Pradipika.
सूर्य बेदी
Hmm.
सूर्य बेदी उज्जाई शीतली शीतकारी भस्त्रिका भ्रामरी मूर्छा प्लावनी.
Is she right? Anyone?
No.
Then tell me the right sequence.
सूर्यभेदन ऊंचाई शीतकारी शीतली ऊंचाई भस्त्रिका sorry I am also confused. सूर्यभेदन ऊंचाई शीतकारी शीतली भस्त्रिका भ्रामरी मूर्छा and flamini.
Very nice. Okay, so Shitkari comes first there, and here Shitkari is not there. So identify the difference. And one more thing, there in Hat Yog Pratipika, one word is Sahit not given, and the Kevali is not given. But when you read very carefully all these texts, what is Sahit means? Anyone? What is Sahit means?
With
पूरक और
inhalation and exhalation.
Yeah, we are using the inhalation, kumbhaka and exhalation पूरक रेचक कुंभक के साथ की जाने वाली क्रियाएं is सहित. And without these inhalation, exhalation, what we do is called kevali. So we did
Yes.
that in Hatyo Pratipika also. So like if we say Sahit is also there, kevali is also there. And in Hatyo Pratipika, one particular line has been mentioned that you do the Sahit Kumbhak till the time you have achieved the Keval Kumbhak. And there, Swatma Ramji says that Keval Kumbhak is the best Kumbhak, this in the same line. So remember this that there Sahit, Kevali, all these things are mentioned, but when they ask the particular sequence in the exam, so you need to follow the order that okay, these to be eliminated. Only Ashtakumbhak, that Plavini is not there, Shitkari is not there. So that way, discriminate between the two and remember both. I always say only one, but here I would say use both the sequence and read both the sequence and memorize it for forever. Okay, so these are your Ashtakumbhak. Remember them in sequence. After purifying the nadis, certain study asana of pranayama. Sahita Surya Veda, Ujjayi, Shitali, and prepare for the pranayama. There are 8 types of Bhatsarika, Brahmari, Murcha, and Kevali. Sahit pranayama. तो सहितो द्विविध प्रोक्तो सगर्भ निर्गर्भक सगर्भो बीज मूर्छाए निर्गभो बीज वर्जित. So I said wherever N or you see ni means it's without the mantra. Okay, so all the practices which is given in Hat Yog Pratipika is a Nigarbha Pranayam. Here they have mentioned, Maheshik Hiran has mentioned, Sagarbha means along the Bij mantra. This I'll not teach you today, otherwise you'll mix it with the Sumanu and everything will become hodgepodge. So we will stop here and will read the Sahita Kumbhaka tomorrow. Any question till here?